Okay, so this is the Dome, which is a mountain that overlooks Dawson. And a magnificent view of the Yukon River down there. I'm going to pan around. Then I'm going to go to the other side of the dome in a minute. Okay, I'm going to come back a little quicker, and you can see some snow-capped mountains off there in the distance. The Yukon River again. A little bit of Dawson, and then the newer part of Dawson is over that way. Okay, so here's looking again downstream across the Yukon River. My campsite would have been on the left of your screen. There's a, well, let me read. Well, I went looking for a better view where the campsite was, but I can't see it through the trees. But on the way, I came across this beautiful little flowering plant up here in the woods. No idea what it is, but it's a pretty little thing. So I thought I'd take a picture of that for your enjoyment. Okay, now this is the best vantage point I can find, and I'm going to pan around. Tree in the way. There is the Yukon over there. Actually, that's a mountain road to a campground, not the one I was at. Another tree in the way, but beyond the tree is the mighty Yukon River. And I was camped on the left bank of that thing somewhere. But I can't find the campground. So this is the famous, the local residents anyway, famous dome. And I think I went to a lot of trouble to get my tripod down here for no particular reason. We'll find out though, won't we? Okay, and with that, we are off to Alaska. Goodbye, Dawson City. Okay, as I'm getting ready to depart Dawson, unfortunately it is noon already. This day has kind of gotten away from me, but what the heck. Had to shower, had to go find a place to shower, had to go up to the dome, etc., etc. And I'm going to stop one more time to send Jan an email.
In 700 meters, board the ferry.
I will board the ferry as soon as I send one more email, just to let people know. where I'm at. You see that question mark? That's the visitor center, a really good visitor center, and they have Wi-Fi. So to send my email, I'm just going to come over here, park. All right, so this is my last trip on the ferry. Going across, I'll be going by my campground. And after I go by my campground, then across from the campground, more or less, is the entry to the top of the World Highway. Looking forward to that. It's a gorgeous day. Good day to travel. I'm thinking of going to 40 mile. We'll see. We'll see what kind of progress I'm making. I don't know that I'll make it to Fairbanks today. At the rate I'm going, I mean, it's 1 o'clock, 1:05, and the locals tell me it's an 8 to 10 hour drive to Fairbanks, and that's if you're not stopping in places like 40 mile. So we'll see, but it looks like it's going to be another nice day of travel. Okay, starting on the top of the World Highway. I'm not sure if I've shown you the entrance, but that's the entrance to the campground. What a wonderful campground that was, the Yukon River campground. It was really good. All right, it's off to Alaska, except actually it's going to be south to Alaska, because when I get at the apex of this highway, then the highway, this highway goes to northwest, and then you circle and enter, you start going southwest, west-southwest actually, but it's still slightly south, and then you come into Alaska. So I'm going southwest to Alaska. Off we go, top of the world. So this is the top of the World Highway, and as you can see, it's an unpaved road. I think it's paved in Alaska, but on this side it's unpaved. There's a lot of ruts, and so I'm only going 30 miles an hour, because I tell you, to slide off this thing would be fatal to Big Green, and perhaps fatal to me. But there's looking out. Approximately due west. We're going northwest right now. Let's see, off to the east. That view is approximately west to the east. And you can see the snow-capped mountains off to the east over there. So you got, it's quite a scenic route. Although I don't feel like I'm at the top of the world. I felt that way in Switzerland many years ago, but not here. This may be the top of Yukon. Actually, I don't think the top of the World Highway is called that because of its elevation. I mean, we're not even above the tree line, obviously. It's called that because it's the most northerly paved highway in North America. Now, it's not paved until we get across the border, and then it's the most northerly paved highway, supposedly, in North America. Never been able to verify that claim. Look at that, down that valley, goodness gracious. Okay, so moving right along, that is a view south. Incredible. Okay, I'm at approximately mile post or kilometer post 42, on the top of the World Highway. If you over there, where that's southwest, right here the road's going southwest. And here I have the camera pointed at magnetic north. I don't know how many degrees off, I forgot to check, but it's magnetic north anyway. Probably 5 or 10 degrees off, but look at that. You talk about scenic beauty. And deserted up here on this road. And over there you can see there are some snow patches through here on the side of the road. I have my bear spray with me, but if a bear came to me from the north, it would only blow back in my face, so let's hope if a bear comes after me, he's coming from the south. There goes some kind of a hawk or an eagle. Where is he? Can't really see him. Oh well. I forgot to mention the elevation back there was 1,110 meters, and it's 46 degrees out. And if you look off to the left here, there's just another magnificent vista. It's just one after another through here on the top of the World Highway. Now here's some very interesting, I think, looking rocks just jutting out of this mountain. We're at kilometer post 56. As you can see, it's wild and woolly out here. Now we're at 1,124 meters, and I think we're pretty much, I could be wrong, I think we're pretty much at the edge of the tree line. Very few trees up here. Lots of snow. The snow is melting off, and this is why this road only opened up 2 weeks ago, because of the depth of the snow up through here. You can see coming up around this bend. I mean, that snow is still, what, 4 or 5 feet deep, something like that. I forgot to mention we're at 1,130 meters here. Now this is the turnoff for 40 Mile, but I don't think I'm going to go down there, not because I'm afraid of flash floods, but I don't want to invest the 2 hours. I mean, it is 3 o'clock, and I'm not making very rapid progress here. What is this thing doing? 40 Mile was a mining camp, and the guys who laid the first claims at Bonanza Creek had come up from 40 Mile. It was a gold. However, the claim office, where they had to register the claim, was at 40 Mile. 40 Mile is at the junction of the Yukon River and the 40 Mile River. So I guess you had to float down the... There's an interesting little critter who was in the road. Almost looks like a prairie chicken of some sort, but obviously it can stand all the cold up here. Okay, we are now at kilometer post 64. The elevation is 1,179. And this is just one incredible ride, what can I say? Radibile. Now right here we're headed southwest. This road twists and turns, and sometimes you're going north and sometimes you're going south, but you're almost always going west. Right now we're headed southwest. Elevation 1141. Look at those snow camps. Actually, they're not camped. Those snowy, semi-camped mountains out there. Now, it's interesting. We've just gone about another kilometer, but it's been downhill. In fact, I have the car in second gear. And the elevation here is 993, and look at how the trees have bounced back through here. Ta-da, ta-da! The road is now paved, although we're still in Canada. That's great. Now I can speed up a little bit. Well, so much for the pavement. That was maybe 300-400 meters, and now we're back to a gravel road. Yeah, I'll give you a sense of what this place looks like. We're getting closer and closer to the border here. South of the border, down Mexico way. Okay. We are now at 1,205 meters, and as you can see, there are no trees around here. There's a little turn off. I'm going to turn off here for a second. Okay, we're at 1,200 meters. That's north, magnetic north, going this way. That would be west. You can see over there the highway going around the bend. That's south. And off to the east. Which brings us back around to north. So we are now at 1,322 meters, and I do believe that's probably the border crossing over there. I'll zoom in on it just a little bit. I think that's probably it. Top of the world, eh? Okay, so that was indeed the border. I got through the border just fine. And now this road is just beautiful. Paved, smooth. It's everything a road should be. Next stop is the town of Chicken. Great name for a town. Well, we are now back on a dirt road. Ooh, and a yield sign. What could this mean? Well, I hate to say it, but the Canadian gravel roads are much better than this. I mean, this thing is all rut. It's like riding on a washboard. The Canadian one was just that way in places. This seems to be that way everywhere. Nice little stream there along the side of the road. Next stop, Chicken. So this is Chicken, Alaska. So named because the gold miners, the people who founded this place wanted to name it Ptarmigan, but didn't know how to spell it, so they called it Chicken, or so is the legend. Who knows if it's true? Population 25 in the summertime. There's an old mining camp up the road. And this here is just a gift shop, etc. Nice people inside, but I gotta tell you, the gifts were grossly overpriced. So that appears to be the old mining camp over there. Those are the shacks and whatnot. Oh, look here. Downtown Chicken. There's a downtown. Somehow I doubt that. I don't think the road signs agree with whatever. Chicken. And Chicken has a post office. How about that? Okay. Past Chicken has mainly been asphalt. Thank goodness. But there is a mighty mountain range off in the distance. I mean, look at that. Can you see those mighty mountains under the clouds? Wow. Long way off, but those are the mightiest mountains I've seen on this trip. Look at that. We're only going to be getting closer to those mountains as the trip goes on. Okay, so I'm only 5 miles from joining up with the Alaska Highway. But what's really weird is this is like a sandy side of the road. You can see sand, like sand dunes. So it's like a sand dune. It's like a forest on sand dunes. Very, very strange. Very strange. Strange to me, anyway. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, I'm coming
Turn
to the
right at the stop sign.
Coming to the end of the Top of the World Highway, and am rejoining the Alaska Highway. And the first town on the Alaska Highway is a town called Tok, T-O-K. So here we are on the Alaska Highway in Alaska. How about them apples, huh?
Continue on Alaska Highway.
I will do that. So, this is Alaska. There are those mighty mountains that I was looking at before. I gotta find out what they are. But I'll tell you, this is gorgeous, gorgeous country. And what a nice Alaska highway. It's a great highway. I'm doing 65. Actually, I was doing 65. I must reset this at 65. Yes. The mighty mountains of Alaska. And you know what? It's nice to be back in the U.S. I like Canada. I want to go back through Canada. But it's nice to be back, for better or worse, in the good old US of A. Okay, so those are the mighty mountains I was looking at earlier. I'm now in Alaska, and outside of Tok, between Tok and Fairbanks is another 190 miles. I think I'm going to go another 100 miles today, find a place to stay. The cell phone's working. I talked to Jan. But this is the mighty mountains of Alaska. It's just gorgeous. It's 66 degrees out here. In fact, I had to turn on the air conditioner. This is great. Love it. Gotta love Alaska. There's a big old moose over there. And I've been complaining because I haven't seen any mooses on this trip. Then I see, there he is. Here he is. I had to come to Alaska to see a moose, but he doesn't have his bullwinkle horns. But I'll take a hornless moose. Better than no moose. He's back there with his wife. Oh well. Goodbye, Mr. Moose. And Madam Moose, have a good evening. Bye-bye.